Hit me in the ear!
In Reign of Fire, Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale's fight scene turned a bit too real when McConaughey accidentally headbutted Bale. Though clearly in pain, Bale stayed in character and finished the scene, with a noticeable goose egg already forming on his forehead.
It was an accident, but it was a real headbutt. I'm glad we got it on film, and I'm glad Christian stayed in the scene and finished the scene. And then only after the scene did he get pissed off at me.
In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, when Hermione hit Draco, she hit him for real. Emma Watson accidentally punched Tom Felton. He asked her to give him a fake slap, but she smacked him in the face for real.
Good punch.
Thanks.
In Air Force One, Harrison Ford asked Gary Oldman to really punch him during a fight scene. Oldman was unsure, but went for it, and the real hit made the scene more intense.
Get off my plane.
In The Dark Knight, during the intense interrogation scene, Heath Ledger told Christian Bale to hit him for real to make it feel more believable. Bale tried to hold back, but Ledger insisted. By the end, the set was full of dents and cracks from Ledger throwing himself into walls. In The Punisher, a prop mistake turned dangerous when Thomas Jane accidentally stabbed Kevin Nash with a real butterfly knife instead of a fake one. Amazingly, Nash didn't even flinch. He stayed in character and finished the scene, only realizing he was bleeding after the take. In The Wolf of Wall Street, after Donnie insults Brad's wife, Brad drops him with a clean right hook. During filming, John Bernthal, who plays Brad, was faking the punch, until director Martin Scorsese told him to hit Jonah Hill for real.
So, you mother. Oh, jeez!
The shot cuts right after the punch because Hill's fake teeth flew out of his mouth.
And I just hear Scorsese yell out, "His face is swelling, get him some new teeth and let's shoot it!" And someone put new teeth in my mouth and they filmed my face swelling. God.
In Fight Club, most of the fighting was fake, but the first punch was real. When Brad Pitt tells Edward Norton to hit him, the director secretly told Norton to actually do it. Not sure where to aim, Norton punched Pitt right in the ear. Pitt stayed in character but couldn't help yelling,
Hit me in the ear!
In Raging Bull, Robert De Niro's intense fight scene with Joe Pesci took a surprising turn when a punch to the stomach accidentally broke one of his ribs. The reaction was so real and powerful that the moment was kept in the final cut of the film. In This Is the End, Michael Cera asked Rihanna if he could grope her, and she agreed, on the condition that she could slap him back. Rihanna slapped him so hard over 6 takes that Cera got dizzy and had to lie down. Jason Segel's reaction in the scene is completely real. In Back to the Future, Part 2, Marty's gasp after Biff kicks him in the gut wasn't acting, it was real. Director Robert Zemeckis is known for chasing authentic reactions and often tells his cast, pain is temporary, film is forever. In Grudge Match, Sylvester Stallone and Robert De Niro play aging boxers coming out of retirement for one last fight. While most punches were fake, Stallone wanted De Niro to throw real punches sometimes.
Might have hurt, Ray.
After many takes, Stallone said a real punch to the face was actually a nice break. They ended up hitting each other for real more than once during filming. In Enter the Dragon, a teenage Jackie Chan worked as a stuntman and got a rare close-up moment with his idol Bruce Lee. During a scene where Lee fights off a group with a stick, he accidentally struck Chan on the side of the head. Jackie stayed in character, and Lee didn't break until the director yelled cut, then rushed over to apologize.
As soon as it cut, I hear Bruce Lee drop the stick. Oh my God! But I see him run to me. Are you okay? Then I said, no, I'm hurt.
In Goodfellas, when Paulie tells Henry to stop selling drugs, Paul Sorvino really slapped Ray Liotta to get a genuine scared reaction.
Yeah.
And it worked. In The Fabulous Baker Boys, when real-life brothers Jeff and Beau Bridges filmed their fight scene, things got a little too real. Jeff was supposed to hold back, but in the heat of the moment, he nearly broke Beau's hand. They had talked about using a safe word if things got rough, but Jeff forgot, and Beau ended up in the hospital. In Southpaw, Jake Gyllenhaal took real punches with no stunt double or camera tricks, fully committing to the role of boxer Billy Hope. Every hit you see is real. He trained like a professional fighter and even dealt with actual injuries and swelling, all to make the fights look as real as they felt.
for fat.
In Precious, Gabourey Sidibe was told to slap Angelique Zambrana hard without warning the other girls, so their shocked reactions in the scene are completely real. In Captain America, The Winter Soldier, the intense elevator fight wasn't all movie magic. Frank Grillo insisted on doing his own stunts. So when the elevator brawl kicked off, Chris Evans ended up taking real punches. The tight space made it hard to fake, and after 6 days of filming, both actors were left bruised and sore, but the scene turned out unforgettable. In Alien, Veronica Cartwright's slap to Sigourney Weaver looked too fake at first, so Ridley Scott told her to hit harder and sooner. The shocked reactions in the final cut were completely real. In The Princess Bride, during the fire swamp escape, Christopher Guest knocks Cary Elwes out with the butt of his sword. Because of the camera angle, Elwes asked Guest to hit him for real. Guest hit him so hard that Elwes actually passed out and had to wake up in the hospital. In Creed, during the climactic final bout, Michael B. Jordan took a real punch after his fake ones looked too staged. He was knocked out cold, but got back up and kept filming like a champ.
So this is Michael B. Jordan taking a real punch.
Yeah.
Backgrounds watching and action.
In Empire of the Sun, there was a scene where a maid smacks Christian Bale's character across the face. They had practiced the scene with a fake slap, but Steven Spielberg told the actress playing the maid to really slap him for the real take. Christian Bale's shocked reaction was completely real. In Escape from New York, during the boxing ring fight, the professional wrestler Ox Baker, who had never acted before, got a little too intense and struck Kurt Russell very heavily with some of his blows. Russell finally had enough and asked Baker to take it easy, tapping him in the groin to let him know he was serious.
Put these on. Hey! Stay away from me!
In They Live, the big fight between Roddy Piper and Keith David was rehearsed and choreographed in the director's backyard. It was meant to last just 20 seconds, but Piper and David decided to extend it, faking only hits to the face and groin. After 3 weeks of practice, director John Carpenter was so impressed he kept the full 5-minute, 20-second fight in the movie. In Blade Runner 2049, during the scene where Harrison Ford throws punches at Ryan Gosling, one hit accidentally landed for real. Ford later joked it was Gosling's fault for not dodging, but still made it up to him by showing up at his trailer with a bottle of scotch. In Rocky IV, Sylvester Stallone told Dolph Lundgren to skip the choreography and go full force.
I must break you.
Lundgren punched him so hard in the chest, Stallone's heart swelled, his blood pressure spiked to 260, and he spent over a week in the ICU. The insurance company thought he was in a car crash until they saw the footage.
They might have to stop this one before somebody gets killed.